Yeah, it's 10th of October 2016, and this is a garden update. This is the artichoke, globe artichokes. And what's happening, we're going to divide these up because they're multiplying, and some of them are too close because they've grown very big. Here's about 3 or 4 plants that come off the side. We're going to dig these up and plant another row. We planted these from seed this year in spring. Here we have burdock. This has just come up by itself, self-seeding. Mint. This is the wild area. This is nasturtium. This is they were planted from seed, but this is parsley here, big patch of parsley. These were just wild. We let the plants go to seed last year, and it just came up by himself. We have flowers, fennel. Some things we planted. This area is basically we didn't plant. It just came up. We've got parsnips coming up. Edible leaves on the parsnips, edible roots. We've got chard coming up. It just comes up from the seeds that were already in the ground. That's fat hen. It's going to seed here. This can be saved and planted. There's a big patch of that's chickweed and ground sorrel. A few parsnips in there as well. It's the compost heaps, sieving out the compost. This is amaranth. We're going to save the seeds of this amaranth. This is white amaranth. It's very big. It's about 150, 1 meter 50 high. And there's red amaranth there. There's a nice big red amaranth there. About 1 meter 60. And there's some green amaranth here, just in the foreground. We can save the seeds of all this. This green amaranth kind of grows wild here. It's apparently it's roundup resistant, and they have a big problem with this in the GM fields where they're trying to grow GM crops, because if this amaranth grows in the field, they can't kill it with a roundup because it's roundup resistant. This is amaranth, white amaranth, very big plant compared to the wild one. So this is a problem. So if they have this coming up in the field, they have to abandon the GM crops, apparently. I'm just reading that this morning, and anyway, that's a good thing. So here we have some more spinach, chard. It's very big. We've got red, we've got white. You can see this is my hand. So I've got quite a big hand. This is not okay, you know. We're talking about something pretty big. That's my foot. It's a size 10 shoe. So you've got a pretty big leaf there. So there's some even bigger. This is all just come up wild actually. It's just from seeds that were planted. Previously, or allowed to go to seed. This area has been a little bit wild. We've had good crops here. Some more burdock. This is the original place where the burdock was planted initially, but it's and these are some self-set burdocks which have edible roots. Patch of spinach, short chard. These are nets to put over the cabbages and vulnerable things, lettuce. Here we've just built a little cage here for out of wood and net. This is we got some cabbage in here that we planted from seed. This is spring cabbage and winter cabbage. This is we've got the Italian black cabbage there with the long leaves. We've got a bit of crocosmia there, dying back, going to seed. Gypsophilia going to seed, or it's just dying down. These are the black currant, red currant and white currant bushes. As you can see, the leaves are going a little yellow. It's mid-October, and we had a good crop from that we covered that with a net. This is some Jerusalem artichoke here from France. There's 3 plants that we bought. Here we have some rye. This is perennial rye. There's a patch of perennial rye. It's about 6 meters long, 6 or 8 meters long by about 2 meters wide. And it's an experimental patch. You plant it in the spring, keep it cut down, stop it going to seed in the first year. In the second year it grows about 1 meter 50 or 2 meters high and produces seed. This is an ancient variety of biannual or perennial rye. Here we have this is chicory. This chicory is like a lettuce, but it's a bit more bitter, and it's got, as you can see, the blue flowers. We're saving this for seed. There you go. There's some seed dropped off on the rhubarb leaf there already. So we're saving that seed. We had an experimental patch here of wheat. That's the thing. That's the straw. We had an experimental patch here of linseed. That's the straw of the linseed with some other branches and some bushes that we've cut back along the hedge line there, where there's blackberries. Okay, going down the garden. That cage over there has got cabbage in it. The blackberries have finished fruiting now. It's October, mid-October. Been cutting them back, tying them in, keeping them from wandering everywhere. This is the rhubarb. Big patch. There's about 25 plants in here, rhubarb plants. It's about 6 meters by 8 meters patch. Black currants, gooseberries, red currants, white currants, green gooseberries and purple gooseberries. Okay, another patch of wild parsley that just came up from seeds. Some oxalis, okra actually, oxalis family. They're like potatoes. We bought them from the shop. Just 3 plants again, same as the Jerusalem artichoke. They're a bit shaded, but I'm hoping to grow a few more of those. Put them in a better place next year. Bit of comfrey over there. Horseradish, leaves yellowing, mid-October. Raspberries, they're all finished now. Again, the leaves yellowing. There's one raspberry there. Looks maybe edible. Oh, there's definitely an edible raspberry there. And some more. Yeah, just a few raspberries. Okay, this is mint. Patch of mint. About 2.5 meters by 1.5. Still good. Horseradish is good. Can be dug up anytime. Okay. Water's container. coming from the roof. 3 meters by 2, fills up that easily. Blueberries, a few blueberries in containers. Jerusalem artichokes, dying down now, foliage dying off. Haven't really had a frost yet. Courgettes, still a few courgettes coming. Depending on the weather, they may or may not mature much more than that. If we have a few cold nights, it'll kill the plant. It was a little bit cold last night, and so there's a little bit of damage on the leaf. They're looking a bit, going a bit yellow, fading a bit. There's some pumpkins here. We put them in a bit late. They're not going to make it. Red currant. What's left of the broad beans, the stems and so on. Let's put them there for the mulch. Blackberries. Pretty much gone. One or two blackberries left. Been tying these into the fence, just weaving them into the fence. These blackberries, cutting back the hedges, so we get a nice crop of blackberries on this fence. Been cultivating these since last year. Just weaving them into the fence. We've had a nice crop this year. Wild blackberries. Potatoes. Again, the leaves are starting to fade a bit. So there's a late crop of potatoes. Getting affected by the cold. Probably dig them up in a little while. Be a few weeks yet. Ridged them up quite well, so the potatoes are quite deep. You should be able to stand a bit of frost. Hoping to dig these up probably sometime in November. This field is being cleaned up. There's a lot of couch grass in here and other weeds, bindweed. We've been gradually working on this field to knock it back, to kill that, to dig it out and so on, to clean up the field. Another field here, we've been working on this to clean it up, a lot of bindweed. We've mulched it down with black plastic from spring till October here, and we're taking the plastic off now. We can see that most of the weeds have gone. There's just a little bit of bindweed here. We'll find the roots of that and dig it out. And then at this land, I think under this plastic, as you can see, is mostly weed free. We put grass cuttings under here to fertilise it, regenerate the land. We grew buckwheat on this land last year. That did knock back most of the weeds very nicely. Bit of bindweed there, columbine or bindweed. So it's good, it's good. The land's in good condition. Potatoes again, line of potatoes. Over here we have some parsnips. 4 meters by 3 meters of parsnips here. They should be start coming in soon. November time we've got to dig those up. The leaves are edible, but we're looking at the roots in this crop here. They're not going to be a big crop. The land was quite hard here, a bit clay. They didn't get a particularly good start. It was fairly dry, but they've survived. We should have some good roots. Here we've got a bit of broccoli. You can see there's a nice head there. Broccoli's coming in now. Got some Brussels here in this cage. This cage is to keep the pigeons off. Got about a dozen Brussels sprout plants here, and they're looking good, very healthy. Nothing's got some spring cabbage over there. Got some winter cabbage here, a little bit small on the small side. We're hoping they're going to grow. A bit of damage to the lower leaves there from flea beetle, but it's not affecting the hearts. They're good. A few cabbages, a bit more broccoli. A dozen plants of broccoli. So we've already cut that one. But they're coming up multiple stems. It's got stems coming out the sides. Where they've been cut, they bush out again. We've got a bit of kale there. We're waiting for that to kick in. And a few more spring cabbage. And some transplanted cabbage there. It's the one that's leaning over a bit, so it'll take a few days. We've got a lettuce going to seed there. You collect the seeds from that. You can see the yellow flowers on the left hand side, and a few more cabbage in this line, this cage here. These aren't doing too good, but they'll probably make it. Some look better than others, but there's quite a lot of flea beetle on these allotments, and they make holes in the leaves. So the plant has to grow quickly to otherwise before it gets all eaten up.